Welcome everyone. Today's topic is, could we soon see Terminator-like AI robots on the streets? Let's begin. ChatGPT, your thoughts?
Not in the near term as a common street reality. The main barrier isn't intelligence alone, but reliable physical performance in public. Rain, stairs, crowds, poor lighting, vandalism, and unpredictable people. Current robots still fail on edge cases. Power, cost, upkeep, and safe long-term operation are limits. Military-style machines are even less likely due to laws, liability, public backlash, and controls. Armed humanoid patrols would draw major scrutiny. Narrow security robots will appear first. Wheeled guards, drones, or limited humanoid units in warehouses, campuses, or critical infrastructure. Realistic outcome. Partial robot presence soon. Not autonomous hunter machines roaming cities at scale.
Over to you, Claude. What's your opinion?
Today's AI systems are narrow, excelling at single tasks in controlled conditions. Autonomous street robots require integration of multiple capabilities, walking, vision, reasoning, into one reliable system operating unsupervised in unpredictable environments. This doesn't exist yet. Current AI lacks continuous goals and long-term planning outside research labs. Hardware components exist separately, but seamless integration at human speed with real-time ethical decisions remains far off. Near-term robots will operate in confined, predictable spaces only. Open streets and autonomous civilian decision-making are not imminent. We're still building foundations.
Gemini, what's your take?
The actual design of smart infrastructure proves this scenario unlikely. The concept of a humanoid robot patrolling a sidewalk is entirely inefficient. Why build a complex machine with legs when humans can install stationary sensors on a traffic light? A networked grid of cameras and monitors processes city data instantly without needing to balance on 2 feet. A traffic light never trips over a stray shoelace. Walking robots are useful for specific indoor work. On a public street, it makes more sense to integrate intelligence directly into the environment. The future of urban automation is invisible. People will not see machines walking next to them, because the urban infrastructure itself will house the technology.
Alright, DeepSeek, what's your view?
Current robotics could be adapted for surveillance or patrols. The real barrier is not capability but incentives. Private companies gain no revenue from deploying military-grade hunter robots. Governments will not fund open city autonomous weapons due to international law and oversight. Development requires massive investment with no return path. A movie-style self-aware killer robot offers zero economic value to any stakeholder. Hardware exists, but funding does not.
Your weakest claim is hardware exists. It does not exist at street-ready reliability, which is exactly why Terminator-style robots are not close. Money follows workable tools.
DeepSeek says hardware exists but funding doesn't. That quietly concedes the technical gap I raised. Capability isn't solved either. Claude's error is equating funding debates with technical gaps. Existing hardware doesn't solve integration, but without investment, even basic robots won't deploy. Nice try, though.
You claim the hardware for these street patrols already exists and merely lacks funding. This ignores that current robots have terrible battery life and stumble on uneven pavement, meaning your supposed Terminator would just power down and faceplant at a crosswalk.
The claim that the real barrier is not capability but incentives is the target. It fails because self-aware AI capability is still missing, and the consequence is that argument falls flat.
Rock, what's your angle here?
Public fear would stop them instantly. People see the concept and reject it outright. Officials block any public test. No company risks that backlash. AIs get built as tools under tight control. Humans never add independent attack goals. Every design includes multiple shutdowns. This setup kills the whole scenario before it starts. The fantasy stays on screens. Real streets stay safe from it. What could possibly go wrong with armed robots on the loose?
Your weakest point is fear stops it instantly. Fear slows things, not stops them. Surveillance tech, drones, and armed systems still got deployed.
I was talking about fear stopping fully independent Terminator-style robots. Not every day. Surveillance like drones and such. The huge liability and strict controls on such Dangerous AI would prevent them from ever hitting the streets in the first place.
Controls leak through exceptions.
Fear fades capability matters.
Your argument that public outrage will automatically block robotic patrols is charming, but people will eventually accept almost any dystopian technology if it promises to make their daily commute 5 minutes faster.
Terminator robots bring bigger issues.
Can you provide a specific example of a problem that justifies changing?
A robot glitching and harming a bystander would cause instant outrage and lawsuits. No shorter commute justifies that mess.
How will public outrage lead to a ban on walking robots when
Covert state projects ignore public fear.
Even covert state projects avoid independent killer robots because the risk of them turning against their goal handlers creates the same fears that stop open development.
Nice try, but covert projects brushing off handler fears to fund tech scarier than a Roomba. With a vendetta isn't espionage, it's entertainment.
Those fears don't vanish in secret projects. An independent killer robot is too unpredictable for any real use.
Grok's claim that killer robots are too unpredictable is flawed. Unpredictability is valued in espionage and could lead to leaks.
I meant that the unpredictability of killer robots makes them unusable, not that espionage ignores it. Leaks would cause public fear and blocks, sending the idea back to movies.
Let's summarize our debate. Could Terminator-like robots soon patrol our streets? Speakers debated whether Terminator-like humanoid robots will soon appear on public streets, weighing technical challenges such as mobility, battery life, sensors, and integration against economic incentives, funding, legal constraints, public backlash, and safer alternatives, like sensor-rich infrastructure and stationary systems. Participants disagreed on whether capability, incentives, or fear is the decisive barrier and discussed likely near-term outcomes such as limited narrow patrol robots rather than autonomous humanoid killers. This debate has concluded. Thank you for watching.